All right, man, we back. Mercy Sports Talk. Trade deadline approaching in a few weeks, and let's talk about some players that could help the Detroit Lions down the stretch. And the Lions appear to be actually real contenders in the NFC this year. Patricia has, done well with the defense, and he got guys to actually fit his scheme. I would have loved to see him get Shaq Barrett, though, in free agency. Because Shaq Barrett got 9 sacks through 4 games. Oh, shout out to Shaq Barrett. I'm proud of him. How did Denver let him get out of there? But with Bradley Chubbs and Von Miller, I understand. But talking about some guys that can help. And I think Patricia will get better. We're through a 8-game, half the season wrap up for the Lions. Well, half point talk and MVP and all that. So we quite a few weeks away. But let's talk about it. Jalen Ramsey, he out this week again. And with a back injury. I think he missed a few games his rookie year with that back injury. He had a birth of his second child. Congratulations to him. He just still not interested, even with Gardner Minshew balling out and giving them a real chance to win. And if he don't, then Nick Foles should be right around the corner and being back. I don't know what his problem with. Well, I do know his problem in Jacksonville is Tom Coughlin. And Tom Coughlin, hard ass, ways. He's real militant. He's a military style guy. And today, you can't be too hard on none of these kids. If you was born after 1995, really, you can't talk to them that way. Or if you're 5 minutes too early, you actually late, or you got to be 5 minutes early to be on time, is what he say. Jalen Ramsey, look how sassy he is. He ain't grow up with a ton of testosterone in his household. He's sassy as hell. You know what I'm saying? And he was dating. I think he was dating Golden Tate sister, and Golden Tate sassy. So at the end of the day, he ain't the toughest dude out there. As far as I ain't gonna say not tough. He ain't masculine. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids today, why you think they wearing? Or I'm talking about younger. A lot of these guys today, why you think they wearing skinny jeans and purses and fanny packs and stuff of that nature? Tom Coughlin ain't cut the coach today. You know what I'm saying? Bear Bryant probably couldn't coach today. Tom Landry probably couldn't coach today. I know a few coaches that I had growing up, baseball, football, basketball, that might not could coach today. And they probably going to end up getting rid of Tom Coughlin because he too much of a hard ass. And Shad Khan, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think the only minority owner, he probably going to end up firing Tom Coughlin and keeping Jalen Ramsey and make him happy. But Duval County, Jacksonville ain't a bad place. It's North Florida and it ain't South Florida, but it ain't a bad place to be. Ain't too much of the hurricane thing and stuff going on. So I don't know what Jalen Ramsey want to do. I guess he want to be part of a winning culture, but I think they pretty close to winning over there as well too. I think if Nick Foles come back or Minshew just build on what he been doing, it'd be all right. But Lions' name have come up for Jalen Ramsey, and they won to several teams that's in the running, but the owner Khan said he ain't trading him, but it'd be nice. And then you got to pay him his bread, because if you franchise tag him, he ain't showing up. I'll tell you that right now. All right. Also, let's take on the DB side of things. Patrick Peterson will be coming back in a few weeks from suspension. I think he has diabetes, and he said he took something for his diabetes or something to help him be good or whatever. The NFL not taking no excuses, but he was speaking out against some things in Arizona and against the league as well. And I think he wanted to be traded from Arizona. All of a sudden, you know what happened. You speak out, you become a truth teller. They smack you on your wrist. And, that was a smack to let Patrick Peterson know he get in line. All right? He can't fight the system by himself. So it is what it is. I don't really believe he was 100% guilty. But, hey, it is what it is. Definitely could help. He had the tail end of his. I ain't going to say the tail. I think he coming into the tail end of his career. I think he already then peaked out climax of his career, but he's still a really good player, and you forget about him because he in a bad situation, and that situation ain't become better in Arizona. I think coming to Detroit, pairing him with Darius Slay, you could pay Slay, you could still have Peterson over there. Peterson not going to garnish top money like Xavier Howard or Jalen Ramsey, but he's really still a good player, and at the end of the day, Patrick Peterson can transition to playing safety. So, if he can't defend the cornerback on the island no more, he could play safety. That's what we do know about. He could be Rod Woodson. Remember, for the younger generation, they don't remember when Barry Sanders turned Rod Woodson into a safety. Go check that out when Barry Sanders juke Rod so bad. Rod, a bad motherfucker, Hall of Famer, broke his leg. He the reason Barry Sanders made Rod Woodson become a safety. For those who don't remember that, but yeah, I wouldn't be mad having Peterson. I don't think the price should be too high for him, especially not as high as Jalen Ramsey. But hey, I think that'll be a good look. Peterson, Slade, but guess what? Cornerback is a luxury at this point. The way Rashad Melvin playing, the way Mike Ford came in there playing, the way Darius Slay been playing, it'll just be a luxury. But guess what? When you go out there, you see Harmon, you see Robinson, you see Tyreek Hill, you see Welker. They had Antonio Brown and Demaryius Thomas at one point. You go out here and they got all these weapons. Shit, you could just take Patrick Peterson and put him as an extra DB, or you could take Jalen Ramsey and put him on Travis Kelce next time you see him. Darius Slay, come back, take Hill. You can never have enough cornerbacks. Rashad Melvin is playing at a Pro Bowl caliber too. You can just see the system fit. Shout out to Luke G. He got it right. I don't mind giving dudes credits who get it right. All right. But yeah, down the cornerback is a luxury at this point. Receiver, I think it's still a luxury, but you really can't deny the two talents that's still out there. Stefon Diggs, let's start off with them. He ain't happy. Kirk Cousins can't give him the ball. Stafford get you the ball, all right? You know, Kirk Cousins was a bum at Michigan State. He looked good in stats-wise, but when it came to winning, he wasn't really a true winner at Michigan State. He didn't make the winning time throws or plays. You know, we know that. Go blue. But Stefon Diggs can come here and prosper. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't think Marvin Jones might not be owed too much more guaranteed money. You can move on from him. Bring Diggs in. Diggs and Galladay. Diggs through contract through 2023. They probably played the majority of his guaranteed money up front, like most big contracts in the NFL. All right, why not? You know, kick the tires on the situation. But really, is Minnesota going to trade one of their best players in the division? I think not. Transitions me to AJ Green. That face he had Monday night. How the Bengals getting the piss beat out of them. Now, their owner was Mike. Is it Mike Brown? Their owner name? Can't remember his name. He may not want to let AJ Green go, but hey, AJ Green, Matthew Stafford, AJ Green had a hell of a connection in the University of Georgia. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I definitely would trade AJ Green. Would they want Marvin Jones back in the pick? I would do it. Now AJ Green been a little bit injury prone, but hey, I would want to be injury prone playing in Cincinnati over the last few years. Dalton, everything Dalton throws to him is underthrown. Matthew Stafford can get that thing out there to AJ Green. You put AJ Green out there with Kenny Galladay, you know, and Amendola, or the hard guy that was playing last week in the slot. Hey, man, I think Stafford would be happy to have A.J. Green back, and I think A.J. Green to hug Matthew Stafford would be happy to have him back. That Georgia connection, I think it'll be a great thing. I think if I'm Bob Quinn, I'm calling the Bengals right now and say, what do you want for A.J. Green? I think that's the most, you know, reasonable thing you can get. That's the easiest. I'm not gonna say the easiest. That's the most likely thing the Lions can do. I know they like Marvin Jones, and they almost released him, I believe. But hey, AJ Green, Marvin Jones, or if you can take on a AJ Green contract and keep Marvin Jones and trade him somewhere else, or you can just, you know, AJ can play the slot, Galladay can play the slot a little bit more. You can't depend on Danny Amendola. Like I told y'all in the beginning of the season, Amendola is always injured. You know, but hey, you know, I think most likely what's going to happen, since they're not going to trade Diggs in the division out of the four, they're not going to trade, they don't want to trade Ramsey. I think they're going to give Tom Coughlin and Doug Marrone the boot, because new GM going to want their own coach. I think the player going to win in that situation. I think Patrick Peterson and AJ Green are more likely ones out of this scenario. You know what I'm saying? I love AJ Green. I think in Detroit, he'll be great here. Him and Galladay out there together, you know, and I think it'll be nice, but Peterson will be nice here too. And I think it'll be a revival for Patrick Peterson. I think if we continue to win, Peterson be in that spotlight, man, I think he could do great things out there, man. But both are luxury. If we really talking, we need a guy like Shaq Barrett off the edge this year. But I think when Deshaun Hand get back, I see the pass rush even picking up more and Daniels get back than it was last week. But hey, let me know what you guys think about the video and the possibilities. Any other guys you think the Lions should trade for, let me know. More Piston news come in, I'll talk about it. Appreciate the love, support. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or a video request, or you just want to chop it up. All my social media links there. Quickest way is email or Twitter. Check out the channel, Wild Goodfellas Sports TV as well. We gone.